gender of all age. The alien creature you are about to see before you has been called a god, an iconoclast, an Amazon warrior, a turbo slut, anarquistador, a cheap-ass faggot, a vergüenza de San Antonio, and the bitch in feathers.
And that's just what they call me in bed.
She is Olivia Cruz. She puts the shit as an outline. When Jesucristo came to the Americas in the time before Columbus, he had a brief romantic relationship with Quetzalcoatl in the Gulf of Mexico. And from their love spilled in the womb of the sea, there rose Olivia Cruz.
It's in the Book of Mormon, people. Look it up.
Olivia Cruz was conceived by La Llorona and La Malinche during the coffee break of a very long group therapy session.
She wasn't crying after that.
Olivia Cruz sprouted, fully formed from the head of Che Guevara.
But not the head you're thinking of, nasty.
Olivia Cruz justice.
If you're drinking bottled water, I probably peed in it.
Olivia crucifier of global corporate fascism.
I slept with 5 Halliburton officials to obtain classified documents. And 2 more because I was drunk.
Olivia Cruz, director of the Good Ship Queer Revolution.
Orgy and shuffleboard on the Lido deck at the same time.
She is the supermodel of the global left. She is Olivia Cruz.
Hello and welcome to our new series, Mari con Carne. I am your hostess, Echa Palante Sara Guerri, and I am so excited to be with here tonight with una leyenda viva, Olivia Cruz. I have known Olivia for many, many years in my capacity as her biographer, her publicist, and her gynecologist. Nena.
Ay, mi vida, ¿cómo estás? Gracias a Dios.
Well, my audience here is dying to know what have you been up to the last month.
Well, I have been very busy. I always say it is a thrilling time to be alive if you know how to live. For example, I was just in Libya telling Muammar Gaddafi to get the hell out of office and take that cheap-ass Che Guevara knockoff beret with him.
Good for you.
Oh, and speaking of headgear, I will soon be launching my new line of cheesehead accessories to celebrate the glorious revolution of the People's Republic of Wisconsin.
Fabulous!
But I shall improve on their invention. My accessories will actually dispense cheese. It is an important contribution I can make as the embodiment of Latina ferocidad.
You're a genius.
Yo lo sé. And of course, I'm about to give birth.
Oh, Nana! You're pregnant. You should have told me.
Ay, lo siento, mi vida, but it all happens so fast.
But I'm your gynecologist.
I got a text message, okay, from La Virgen de Guadalupe, asking me if I could give birth to El Nuevo Latino.
El Nuevo Latino?
El Nuevo Latino. On her behalf before tax day. So, I call her up and I say, mi vida, why don't you do it? It's not like you haven't done this sort of thing before, you know? She said, mi vida, once was enough. Besides, I am totally booked up until the Mayan calendar runs out in 2012. So you'll have to do it for me. Como se dice Tim Gunn? Make it work.
Me encanta, Tim Gunn!
Ay, yo también, nena, with those cute little suits he wears.
But how did you make it work?
Well, I realized El Nuevo Latino needed a perfect blend of Latino DNA. So I slept with many, many political and cultural leaders from throughout Latin America. Hugo Chavez, Fidel Castro, Ricky Martin.
But isn't he gay?
Echa, I am all genders and sexualities. I slept with Gloria Trevi, Rigoberta Menchú.
You're such a slut.
I thank you for noticing.
So, when are you due?
Well, what's today's date?
Today is March 30th.
Oh, well, in about 45 seconds.
Hi, Nana! Don't give me that scare.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd let me give birth on your show if it wasn't a surprise.
But I'm honored. So, do we have time for one more question?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
What is exactly El Nuevo Latino?
Well, this question for a long time. I even asked La Virgen. She said, I don't know. I just know you gotta do it. Figure it out. And I realized El Nuevo Latino is the one who will unlock the cages of our hearts, who will teach us to stop asking for power and instead to band together with all of those without power and to kick the asses of the pendejos who got it. And that's when I realized the secret ingredient to El Nuevo Latino is chingame puta madre, my water just broke. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, que dolor.
The gynecologist is here.
Ay, Dios mío, get it out.
Okay.
Get it out.
Okay, calma. 1, 2, 3.
Ay.
1, 2, 3. Echa para adelante. I see the hand. One more time. 1, 2, 3. There's something wrong. It's not El Nuevo Latino.
But the text message was unmistakable.
There was a typo.
¿Qué pasó?
It's El Nuevo Latino.
Desgraciado, or desgraciado, one who is disgraced, typically used to refer to someone who is disgraced for sexual reasons, most commonly deployed in the feminine form desgraciada, meaning a fallen woman.
When I was 2 months old, I stopped sleeping. I stopped crying. I just laid there with my eyes wide open, making no noise, drinking in the world. My mother freaked out. She went to my father. He's not crying, he's not sleeping, he's not doing anything. What do I do? My father's not worried. Llama a mi mamá y dile que le hicieron ojo a Rudy. I cannot imagine what my mother is thinking. Her husband has just told her someone put the evil eye on her son. But my mother was born secular, a Mexican Methodist who believes that she's a Jew and does not believe in virgins. But she calls. Ora?
Mande.
Andy dijo que le hicieron ojo a Rudy.
Ahorita mismo voy para allá.
She hangs up. Like we're baking a cake and we ran out of sugar and she's bringing over a cup. But she doesn't bring sugar. She brings an egg. She finds me in my crib and looks me over like a chicken at the market and begins rubbing an egg all over my body as she prays. Nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. And as she prays, I hear something else inside her prayer. Another story. The spell she casts on me.
Mijito, no quieres dormir, but you gotta. You have to sleep like everyone else. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Your grandmother, she ran the best barbecue joint in Austin. I ran it with your grandfather until he went off to war. And then I ran it alone. And it was hard work. A body gets tired. A body gets lonely. A body gets many things. So one day I say, chingada, I don't want to be lonely no more. And I found a man. But after a while, I got pregnant. And that is when El Ojo saw me. I've been thinking about this for a long time, mijo. El Ojo, it doesn't see people. He sees words. And first, when he saw me, it said wife. But then when I got pregnant, it said desgraciada. I had the baby. And I gave it up to his grandmother to raise. But I didn't stop being desgraciada after that. I stayed with his father until your grandfather came back. And the first day I slept with your grandfather. And 9 months later, there was your daddy. Who is your daddy's father? Pues no sé. So you see, mijo, you're a little hijo de la chingada yourself. You're a nieto de la chingada.
But I survived the evil eye. But then, life didn't mean shit no more. Your tío, your uncle, he forgave me. Sometimes it's just so hard to see him. Sleep well, mijito. And remember this story. And one day, answer these questions for me. Why do we live in this world where you can only love one man? Why do we live in this world where a woman is punished for being lonely? Why do we live in this world where a woman can only love one man? You, mijito, you will survive the evil eye, and you will not give up anything you love just because someone calls you desgraciada or maricón, whatever the case. Sleep tight, and one day wake up and remember and answer these questions for me. I know you can.